Yeah, welcome to this first talk on this channel. We're going to have a kind of an exploring beginning phase now. We're going to talk about different parts of science and cosmology. This is mainly because this has been a huge interest in the early 20s and yeah, also like as a teenager. And then the last few years, we've been doing some reading on just updates on cosmology. And there's a kind of a renewed interest. So this channel is an effort to start a conversation and then involve people. So if you have any thoughts or any comments, that's kind of my hope is that this will generate some kind of new ideas and thoughts about things. And then some of the main focuses now in the beginning, at least, would be, well, one thing, just loose themes here. The whole Big Bang theory is one thing, both in terms of kind of what's the technical details, but also the thinking in it, like how it's so closely related to Greek philosophy, Aristotle, the first mover, and how this also influenced the founder of the Big Bang theory. So just look into the framework of thinking as well as the model in itself. Light and time, two other big topics. So just like giving a little bit of kind of thoughts around this. So like time, if you think of not time as a clock that's ticking or constantly moving, but more like time is a measure of change in itself. So if something, this is how we tend to organize change in the physical reality is measured in time. And also light, especially the thing with if light, when you get towards the speed of light, things will slow down. Depending on your background, like this is high school physics, but it's still, and Einstein, but it's the faster you move, the slower time will become. And there's something to be, it's very fascinating topic to think about. Yeah, at the tip of the light beam, time is standing still, and there's also something like that space will just collapse into a point. But like, how does the world around you look if you're at the tip of the light beam? Because there is no time, but it's still kind of expanding. It's a bit of a mystery. So that's a big one to explore a bit more. And then also it taps into this reminder of, so now we're over to general like musings about physics, but how Einstein discovered, just gonna have coffee, how Einstein discovered this relativity of light solely through thought experiments. And it's a very simple one. So again, maybe this is very basic for you, maybe it's kind of, you need a reminder, never heard of it, but the thinking is that if you sit in a train coach and it's standing still, you put the light up, it goes up and down. It takes a certain amount of time. If the train is moving very fast and you sit there, you blink up and there's a mirror in the roof, so the light goes up and down again. With measurement, you can see that it takes the same amount of time up and down if the train is standing still or if it's moving very fast. So here is then the problem. If the train is moving, then the light goes like up and then down. So the total amount is not just up and down like 4 meters or something, it could be 500 meters. And how can the light travel? How does this work out or work? How can they spend the same time amount of time on just going up and down 4 meters and 500 meters? Given the hypothesis that the speed of the light is always the same. So then what Einstein discovered through that experiment and very simple geometry was that it's because time moves more slowly in the fast moving train. So it's not the measure of time is not the same. Okay, but you can also say that a change is actually different. I mean, if the train is standing still or if it's moving a lot, there's a lot more change going on, and therefore that affects kind of the amount of time. Okay, so that's one huge topic, and yeah, we're going to start with as just the first very introductory video, and do some more of this. It will be very kind of loose, just opening up topics and exploring it, and then gradually finding something more tangible, and then the analytical part of things. Okay, so we're going to run off there for the first one, and thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.